What's up? What's up, good people? This is season 2 of Gospel Go Go, the stories behind the crank. We got a bounce beat gospel go go legend.
Oh
He know it's
man.
real. He laughing. He trying to be, what's the word? Modest right now. But yeah, this is Nail, the lead talker of Tru Potential Band. This
My
band
guy.
was dynamic, to say the least. Special. But we go jump all into it. So now I appreciate you for being on the platform today.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, my guy? What's up?
Nothing much, bro, man. I appreciate the introduction, man. But nah, man, thank you for having me, man. I'm blessed to, be a part of this, man. And again, man, I just appreciate you for even putting me on this platform to be able to speak to the people, man.
Hey, it's well deserved, my guy. It's well deserved.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, so let's go ahead and just jump into it. Nail, how did you get hip to gospel go go?
Hey, man, this a real funny story, man. And Leno, I'm sure you can attest to this, man. So honestly, man, I grew up in the Catholic Church, man, and
Mhm.
I want to say I got introduced to gospel go-go. It was a funny way, man. I was young, trying to find my way, trying to find who I was, being a little follower, and kept ended up in the wrong things, should I say.
Okay.
Um, and I take you all the way back to when I was in middle school. Back to I'm sure a lot of people can attest to this one too. Back to when we was banging on tables and making go-go songs on tables and stuff like that. And I want to say it was in high school. No, it was in middle school, banging on tables and with a couple of my friends, and I started, get in on it on the leads, and everybody was like, "Yo, hey, bro, you got a voice, bro. You should be in the band." I'm like, dang. I'm like, I bet. And at the time, a lot of people
Mhm.
kept telling me, "Hey, bro, you sound like Showtime," and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man. I'm like, I know that I know he a top, I know he in a good band, you know what I'm saying, and they doing their thing and all that. So it kind of got to me, and so I tried my hand in the secular side
Right,
starting
right.
off. Um, and things just wasn't working, man. Every time I try to get into something, man, for some reason it just wasn't working. I was young, trying to sneak in the shows, CFE, all that. It wasn't clicking. And I even go way back to where I tried to start my own go-go band. And
Mm-hmm.
funny story, man, we took it in the rectory at my old church. Shout out to St. Thomas More. They definitely laid a platform for me to, be where I am today. But I had a
PCC.
secular band trying to practice in a Catholic church rectory, man.
You
And
wow.
needless to say, it wasn't working either. And the manager of the band, who also was my youth leader, Iggy, big shout out to Iggy. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of y'all knew him as Ignacio, you know what I'm saying, whatever, what have you. But he came to me and was like, "Yo, maybe there's a reason why this isn't working for you." And I'm like, "What you mean, man? You know what I'm saying? This is it right now. This is what everybody doing. This is what I'm trying to be a part of." And so he was like, "Well, what's wrong with making gospel go-go?" And I'm like, "What? I ain't never heard of that before." You know what I'm saying? So at the time, I think around the time when he said that, I kind of started doing more research. And
Mm-hmm.
I studied a lot of lead mics coming up in the bounce beat era. Um, big lead mics I studied was Polo, Steph, Buddha from Dream Team, Rick from Reaction. So at
Mm-hmm.
the time I went on the net, I started looking. My top two was Reaction and XIB. At the time I seen that Steph had stepped down from XIB. And I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then it was a big thing going on to where as though everybody was saying he moved to the gospel go-go side. So I'm like,
Right.
"Oh, what?" So I did more I did more researching, looked into it. I seen he had one band. So they was doing their thing and stuff like that. So then I went back to Egan and was like, "Yo, this is a big time thing." And then further on doing more research, I found out about remnant, stuff like that. So I started attending those things. And I was like, "Yo, Iggy, this a lane for me, man. I think I could do this." So Iggy was like, "Look, I'm gonna support you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do, I'm here for you. Get your people, gather them together, and you know what I'm saying, we'll make it happen." So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"All right, say less." So he said, "Give me a good solid people. Let me hear a couple practices. Show me you serious, and I'll front you. You know what I'm saying? I'll push you. So I'm all right, cool. As I'm doing that, I'm getting everybody together. I stumbled upon Gospel Go-Go 411. And the main guy was Delano. I was like, yo. So I think Leno, you can remember this, man. I think it was you, Erica, and War Child that came and checked us out at the church, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? We let you hear what we was doing, and you know, you was impressed. And y'all invited us to do a show, man, and the rest was history from there. And it's again, like I said, the introduction you gave me, man, I gotta give you the same flowers, bro, because you know what I'm saying, you had a part in, or you know what I'm saying, I would say a lot of people on where we were with Gospel Go-Go. I know you Pulse, all that stuff like that, man. So it was, you know, definitely, man. Once I presented it to you, you kind of took us, was like, yo, I got a couple joints throw y'all on. I think back River Life. We go over River Life days. You know what I'm saying? So then it just started expanding from there, man, and the rest was history, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So
Yes, sir.
for the people watching, what year was this?
This was I graduated '09. I think this is about 2011, 2012, bro. That it was all coming together. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to yep.
So let me tell you a little piece from my side of the story, right? So my ignorance, I had no idea that Catholic Church was really like this close to Christianity. Hey,
Yeah.
I had no idea, right? So when I got the message from y'all that y'all was interested in, somebody coming checking y'all out, I was like, okay. But I'm like, is this right? Is this? I learned quickly, right? So when we came and checked y'all out, we were so impressed because you guys were so young. So just to let everybody know, what was the average age range of the band at that time?
Man, at that time, I think from the youngest, I want to say that was my little cousin. She was on lead guitar. I think she was about, well, I want to say she was about probably like 12, 13, and then went all the way, starting off from there, man. And it kind of like just elevated, I want to say, to the oldest, I think it was Madeline. And at the time, I think she was about like 20, maybe starting to surface into her early 30s, if I'm not mistaken. Madeline, don't get me if I'm wrong, but you know what I'm saying, I think that's what it was, man. So I think starting from the early teens on up to like mid 20s, should I say.
Okay. So you said that your cousin was in the band. I didn't
Hmm?
know your no. I knew you Aaron is your brother, right?
Yeah, no, Josh is my brother. That's my blood brother.
It's your brother. Okay.
Yep.
It's an old family band here. Okay. All right. So you got your cousin playing lead, but y'all had this is another dynamic thing about Tru Potential Band. Tru Potential Band has two female or women, right? Playing lead guitar, play rhythm. Then you also had a dynamic bass player that was another lady.
Yep.
And it was like, yo, I was like, yo, just the optics and how it looked. I was like, this is gonna be great, right? On top of it, y'all being young, right? And on top of it, y'all being skilled. It's not like y'all were trying to figure it out. Y'all were seasoned musicians as youngsters.
Appreciate that, man.
Off the break, right? So when we had the conversation after the fact, well, actually, while you guys are playing, we just sitting there looking at each other like, yo, yeah.
Nah, yeah.
Ain't but so much we can say right here, right now. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. So just so folks are aware, because we got people that are tuning in that are from the gospel go-go, right? From our era. Then we also have people that are tuning in that have never been exposed to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in this particular band, you like you said, you have Iggy managing, and Iggy is a phenomenal performer, singer, right? In his own right.
Yep, that's true.
So he was a great person to mentor and lead your band, right?
Yes, sir.
So Give me some background on Iggy real quick, and then we're gonna jump back into the band members.
Okay. So man, me and Egg had a father and son relationship, man. Egg, man, he definitely is a talented guy in all areas, man. A lot of people, I don't know if too many people know, but he was the youth leader at our church, and Egg was just known for just doing the unthinkable in the Catholic church. He brought together a play, The Passion of Christ, man, that stuck out for years. And it used to, like, people would actually look forward to this play. And I know me coming up in the youth group, I was just like waiting for my time to shine when it was gonna be, what I'm saying? It was just like a next man up type thing. And just to play that role of Jesus Christ. And Egg took it to, like, I'm talking like theatrical type, like he was give you the raw, like, being stripped of your garment, getting up on the cross, everything, man. So man, it was phenomenal. And from there, it was just like I had a liking. I'm like, yo, this dude is dope, man. And just me coming up, back when we had the youth group, they did it by age groups, you know what I'm saying? So you had I want to say it started all the way from like kindergarten all the way up to, what I'm saying, your grades in school, so like 12. So at the time, when you get to the I want to say like the high school year, like ninth, I think they do it ninth through 12th. And that's where Iggy was at. And what I'm saying, I remember coming up in the youth group, I'm like, yo, everybody talked about Iggy, and I'm just like, man, I can't wait to get in Iggy class. I can't wait to get in Iggy class. And like I said, man, it was just Iggy told me a lot of times, man, once we started connecting, yo, you remind me so much of me when you know what I'm saying, when I was coming up. And it was just like, you know what I'm saying, he was just like, yo, it's something special about you, man. And he gave me the opportunity to, play Jesus in the play. And that took on from there as well. But it's just like, even outside of what just Iggy does, man, he's a nurse. He plays in a band. They call it Millennium. I think that's still the name of it. Iggy, if you watching, don't quote me if I'm wrong, man. Please don't don't take it to offense. But I think it's Millennium. And they're dynamic, man. And I've had the opportunity to see with pleasure to see Iggy perform up on stage and do his thing. And they play it like weddings and stuff. I think their main thing is to play it like weddings and stuff like that. But it's a company, and Iggy is that guy. Like, no ifs, ands, buts about it. Like, the times I've been, like, is to see how the people interact with him, and just from the band to the management side of things, it was, yeah. And I don't know if a lot of people knew about this either, but Iggy used to manage a group called Whistle too back in the day. So what I'm saying, Iggy got a lot of titles underneath his belt, man. So and with that being said, having him the manager of the band, man, it was a great thing, because he would push me in areas where he seen me when I was weak. Instead of praising me, he was like, "Hey, that was all right," or he would give me challenges, man. And oh, hey, he always, his big thing was to critique me after every show. Hey, man, your back was towards the crowd for about a good 15, 20 minutes. That ain't the way to bring it in, man. And you know what I'm saying? It would get on my nerves, but at the end of the day, I learned to appreciate it. After a while, I'm like, all right, man, this dude, yeah, okay, he know what he's talking about. And then from there, man, with his guidance and him pushing me, man, it molded me into who I was at the time once True Potential started, like, taking off.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yes,
up.
sir.
Shout out to Iggy,
Yes, sir.
the
Big shout out to
manager
Ed.
of the millennium. For real. All right. So we talked about the management. We talked about the origins a little bit, right?
Mhm.
So let me just backtrack real quick about who Erica is and who Warchild is, right? So Warchild is one of the best rappers I've ever seen, period, right? And he rapped for a gospel go-go band called Peculiar People, right? Phenomenal, right? So a lot of folks gravitate to Warchild, especially for the Vice experience. He's one of those OGs, right?
Mhm.
Then you also have Erica. Erica is an OG too.
Yep.
Erica has managed literally, I want to say a good portion of the bounce beat era of gospel go-go.
So
Many bands, right? Phenomenal person. Just, she was instrumental to gospel go-go,
yes,
right?
sir.
So for us to come in and check y'all out and y'all impressed without, it's not even a question, not even a like, they need a little bit more time to develop. some more seasoning? No, I was ready off the rip.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about your band members, right? So you said you had a cousin that was playing lead.
Mhm.
Which cousin? Which lead player is this? Because y'all got like a whole musician section back there. So
Yeah. So that was Alina. My little
okay.
cousin Alina.
Mm,
And then of course, we had Ariel back there. You know what I'm saying? And Ariel, at the time when she came in the group, she was, man, she had a wonderful portfolio, man. Like she did like things as far as like I want to say she was involved with like stuff like plays and stuff like that, and she was homeschooled. And then her dad was real strict when when she came in the group, man. And he wasn't for nothing that wasn't going to, take his child, to the next level. And it was just like when he came and, he listened to us and he was like, hey, okay, I like this. She can be a part of this. So, what I'm saying? Her coming in with her portfolio and playing on the lead guitar. And it was funny how we got introduced to Ariel. It was the bass player at the church at the time. Because like I said, around the time, man, I was starting to do the unthinkable in the gospel. I mean, in the Catholic, the Catholic realm. And it was like, because I don't think the Catholic Church has ever had a gospel go-go band or ever did anything gospel go-go, should I say. So
okay.
the bass player at the church at the time, he introduced us to Ariel because he was his name was Walter Cosby. Man, real dope bass player, man. He played with a couple groups. I don't know offhand, but I know his name. It stands alone. So he was her teacher at the time, man. He told us, he was like, yo, I got a bad guitar player for y'all. I think she'd be dope. And I was like, she? And I'm like, all right, dang, we already got a little cousin on leave. And I'm like, all right, I'll take another female, Lord. And then, what I'm saying? Of course, we had Real too. So I'm like, dang,
Mm,
another female? And again, Iggy came out, was like, yo, that's not a bad idea. He was like, that's actually a good look. Cause he was like, if you look at, I did my homework, and you look at all these other bands, man, they had things that stick out. And he was like, for y'all having a 3 female guitar section, that's not a bad look. I think that's gonna stick out real well. So I'm like, all right, Ed. So gave it a shot. And man, just the way Sherelle and Lena and Ariel locked in, it was crazy, man. Their energy, their chemistry, it was out of this world. And big shout out to them, man. They all three of them are phenomenal guitar players. I know Sherelle, she plays with numerous amount of groups. She got stuff going on. Ariel, I'm sure some people know she's done play with Beyonce, other things like that. You got Alina, she's playing with Belladonna and her other little projects. So man, it's just dope to see all of man. Honestly, all the cats that were in True Potential, man, musician wise and just where they are, man. It blows me. It blows my mind, man. Because I'm just like, yo, I was really in a group with some dope people, man. Like, and it's just like, I'm like, yo, like, I was blessed, man, to just be able to share that time and just take up their time and share the stage with them, man. And it's just like, even to this day, like, I can call all of them and just be like, yo, I got a project I'm trying to put together real quick. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Neil, what you trying to do? But they'll come on out for me, man.
So what's up? What y'all gonna do? Yeah, yeah. Hey, what's up? This is the
So
platform, boy. What's up?
this is the platform. I am going to league it. A reunion is in the works, man. I got some things I'm ironing and trying to iron in my household. But once I get those things situated, reunion has been in the works, man. I know B-Rad, Sherelle, Lena, a couple people, Cam, all of them that hit me like, yo, Neil, I got that itch, bro. Like, I mean, what we doing, man? It's reunion time. So they've been on my back about it, man. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the people need it, man. So definitely it's in the works. So y'all stay tuned. Reunion is coming soon.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes,
So,
sir.
okay. So, can we make the agreement here, right? When you guys figure it out, you guys come on here and we make the announcement here.
Let's do
Because
it.
everybody can come on the same screen at one time. We can do it, no matter where
Yes,
everybody is.
yes,
Let's
sir.
make
Let's
it
do
happen.
it. Let's
Let's do
do
it.
it. Hey,
Let's
Leno,
do
I
it.
got one for you though, man.
What's up?
What's up with a Pulse reunion or something like that, man? I think you should do something like that, bro. Bring it back. Give people the gospel go 411 experience, man.
I
Like
think I think you might be on to something.
I'm
Let's
telling you, bro.
you know what? It might need to be a collective effort. It could be a true potential reunion
Hey,
Hang on, Bobby. Put it all in the
hey,
gumbo.
it's only right, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's building right now. You know what I'm saying? You got Gospel Go 411 podcast going up. So I mean, hey, man, we can do it.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yes,
You
sir.
got everybody tuned in today, man. You got Daryl Farley from Praise 104 on the line. You know,
Yes, sir.
you got all the True Potential Band members on here.
Yes,
You
sir.
got you got Kurt the Great on here.
Hey, I see him. Hey, real quick, man. Shout out to Kurt the Great, man. That's a bad dude, man. He doing his thing, man. You know, I've been tapped in, I've been tuned in, man, on what you doing, bro. So keep doing you, man. I know they got the go-go is for everyone movement. And I support it, man, because what they doing is they pushing it to the level where, you know, a lot of people were scared to push it. So, you know, again, Kurt, big shout out to you, man. You know, so just want to give you your flowers while you on here, bro. That's definitely something y'all got going on. Go is for everyone. I like it. I like the movement. And I think my man Motive knows he got a joint to just drop. So you know what I'm saying? It's tap in. Them boys on to something over there.
For sure.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
they got go hits in the works, right?
Sure.
You know, they doing collabs with people in Brazil and all kind of
Yeah.
stuff like that. And
Yes.
also, what's interesting is, right, for the people that are not aware, Kurt the Great is a gospel go-go product too.
Yep. CRB keyboard
You know what I'm
player.
saying? Hey, the producer of the year. For real.
Yeah. Nah, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
All right. So you have had band members that have come in at a young age, that was already seasoned and developed, and then they cultivated their gifts, and then they went on and did all kinds of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got one of the band members that went and played with Beyonce,
Mm-hmm.
has become a superstar, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you know you got band members that has played in bands like Belladonna. Actually, both have played in Belladonna, right?
Yeah, real. Matter of fact, I think all three of them. Sherelle done played back there. Ariel and Alina. Yep.
Yeah. Go better think True Potential. For real. For real. You know? You got Be Real in a band, right?
Yep.
So
That's my dog, man.
what band does he play in?
So right now, B Rad is in he's with Motive Knows right now. He's a drummer with that. But he played in a numerous amount of groups as well. And man, let me tell y'all, man, B Rad is a phenomenal drummer as well, man. It was a man, that's like a brother to me, man. And the funny thing is, me and that Joker live like literally I can walk through his house from my house, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Just to go to show you, you know, our friendship and just the community that we had, man. It's just like, you know, it's untouchable. And I ain't gonna hold y'all, like, I feel like the bond that me and him got right now, once reunion time come on, it's gonna be a different level, man. And it's just like, cause they say when you log in with your musicians, man, it bring a different heat. But B Ray,
Sure.
man, like I said, he's been doing a couple different projects, man. I know he's playing with a gospel artist as well. And I don't know what the name of I don't know his name offhand, but he's a rapper. He's been playing with him. And like I said, he's been doing a couple things, man. I know they did some stuff with, I think, quote me if I'm wrong, B Rad, some stuff with like UCB and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying? He's been in and out with a couple things, man, and he got some stuff he working on as well, you know what I'm saying, on some solo stuff. So y'all be on the lookout for that too. I ain't gonna spill it all, you know, but yeah, man, B Rad is B Rad, man. He's a dog.
For sure. For sure. All right. So just so everybody know, if you late to the stream, we have had a special announcement. I wasn't even aware of this. You know, I had no clue. But there has been conversations, discussions, and plans being made for a True Potential reunion.
For sure,
Y'all get ready. It's about to go down.
for sure.
It's about to go down.
It's gonna go down in a good way, y'all. It's gonna go down in a good way, man.
Hey, for sure. It's
Yes,
going up.
indeed.
For real.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So, all right. So let's do this. Let's talk some more about the origins of True Potential, right?
Okay.
So we've talked about how you came up with the band, right? So let me ask you this. So when you actually went and put these pieces together, right?
Mhm.
What were their reactions at that time?
Man, a lot of them, honestly, they it took them a while to trust me, cause I my mind was all over the place, and I'm sure a lot of them can tell you to this day, when working with me, it's you really gotta be on you on the edge of your seat, cause I can go from one thing to the next, and it's just like, all right, Neil, where you going? And
Mhm.
I know that's when me and Rail used to collide heads a lot, because Rail used to be like, hey, bro, I'm with you, but I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I loved about having Rail in the group as well, man. It was just like, she was that piece that
Mhm.
wasn't always with, oh, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. She was standing out and me like, hey, Neil, let me reel you back, bro. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, how the wheel that's going to go, and yada, yada, yada. So, it took it took a while for them to like really trust me in a sense, as far as where I was going. And I think for a lot of them, it took to see you and Miss Erica and Warchild come to that rehearsal to say, okay, he on to something. Because a lot of them, to be honest with you,
Mhm.
weren't from the Catholic side. A lot of them were from, you know what I'm saying, non-denominational or the Baptist side. So it was like they already was coming in like the same age like how you had. Like I was like, yo, I didn't know Catholic church like did this type of thing or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? So it took a while for a lot of them to say, all right, man, I'm gonna trust this dude, you know what I'm saying? We gonna we just gonna see what happens from there. And like I said, when you came and in the building, it was just like, okay, I heard that night. Oh, he's serious. Okay, it's official. Cause you know what I'm saying? A lot of people already knew who you were. I didn't even know they knew who you were. Cause honestly, we didn't even Iggy and I didn't even tell the band that y'all were coming because I was just like, I hated to do things like that. Cause I'm like, bruh, like, and I'm quite sure a lot of, you know what I'm saying, people that are in bands and lead mics can attest to this. When you got new faces in the practice, you know what I'm saying, it causes some friction that, don't need to be caused, especially when it's like, when you're trying to prepare the band as well, because you got people that's in there trying to play to the best of their ability and you focused on who is this person, why they here and all that stuff like that. So it was mainly a surprise. Me and Iggy had talked about it. And I was like, yo, I don't even want to tell the band they coming. And it was just like when y'all walked in the room, they seen it. And like I said, I didn't even know a lot of people at the time in the band knew who y'all were. So they was like, oh yeah, it's official. Like Delano in this joint, Miss Erga, Warchild from Peculiar People. So I'm like, oh yeah. And I ain't gonna hold you after that practice. I was like, yeah, what's up now? Yeah, what y'all who we talking about? I told y'all, man. So that's pretty much how it all panned out, man. Again, it took some time for them to, what I'm saying, trust what I was trying to do. But over the course of time, I gained their trust, what I'm saying, by making proper moves and stuff like that.
True,
So it was, yeah, man. It was phenomenal.
true.
Sir.
Let me say this real quick. We got a whole bunch of comments. We got comments from Facebook. We got
Okay.
comments from YouTube. We got comments from Instagram. Let's talk through some of these. I've been popping them on the screen. Let's talk through some of them, right?
Let's do it,
All right.
man. Let's do it.
So James Gilson says, I grew up as a musician with true potential, if I'm
hmm
being honest.
hmm
So James was a keyboard player for y'all, right?
My man James Gillison, yes sir, he was coming all the way from West Bubba in Virginia to practice, man. He definitely, yeah. Big shout out to James, man. Yeah, 'cause James was another phenomenal keyboard player we had, man. James helped honestly orchestrate one of our, I want to say, most favorite songs. From I think it's only the beginning CD. And it was called
Mhm.
All I Need. I know Aaron wrote it, but James was the one that came up with the melody, the little dum 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 dum. It was a little chime they played on there, and it was, I was like, okay, cool. And also, you know, rest in peace to my guy, my man Drew, that was also in the band. And we
Uh-oh.
True Potential
Is
lost
that me
two
or is
good
that
members,
you? I think
man.
somebody breaking up. Who is it, y'all?
Oh,
In the comments, let us know. Who is that? Okay. You-
who breaking up? Who breaking up? I'm still
Okay.
on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I think you back. I think you back. I
Okay,
think you good.
cool.
There we
Okay,
go.
but
All right.
yeah, James and Drew had a dope chemistry. They had a love-hate relationship, but they had a dope chemistry. And again, like I said, man, Drew is no longer here with us. Drew
Mhm.
was also another phenomenal keyboard player, man. And he helped get the band to a great level as far as music wise as well. Because Drew was one that came in with a high resume as well, and pushed us
Mhm.
to a certain level as far as musicianship. So big shout out to my man Drew. You know what I'm saying? Because he definitely helped pave the way for, where we stood at musically. So yeah. But James, yes, that's my dog, man. Appreciate him.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So let's see here. Uh we got we got another we got somebody that a lot of people in go-go know that's on here.
Okay.
Yeah. We got we got Stomp Dog tuned in.
Stop.
Stomp Dog, Northeast Groovers. Stomp Dog. All right. Larry Stomp Atwater. Mr. Tollman too. Hey, he'll snatch your car quick. Damn. All right. He says definitely one of my favorites. So, can you give a little bit of a background of a story how you, or actually, let me say, True Potential is connected with Sound Dog?
So funny story. Let's get into it. So to be honest, man, I knew about Stomp be for a while, man. Me and Stomp used to go to the same barber, my man Ty. And Tyreek Farmer. Ty was in a band, numerous amount of bands in the go-go scene back in the day. But what really became the connection, cause I don't even think Stomp knew who I was back when we was in the barber shop. It was
Mm-hmm.
Rio, the green room.
Mm-hmm.
Stomp would be in and out of there. And I think one time, I think it was one evening we was rehearsing. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, Stomp, but he was downstairs in the room with Rio and we was in that joint practicing. And after rehearsal, I went in, check in with Rio how I normally do. I seen he was in there. I'm like, oh shoot, the goat in the building. And he told me, he was like, hey, yo, y'all got something good going on. And you know what I'm saying? He was able to dissect the band like from key pieces. He was like, that female guitar section, bad, like just y'all rhythm and just what y'all got going on, man. Keep up at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely rocking with y'all. I like what y'all got going on. So I want to say Rio was his way. Me and Stomp kind of like real live, you know what I'm saying, connected. And, he became, ear for, our music and listening to what we had going on. And I know Rio used to play a lot, of band's music and stuff like that. But again, man, big shout out to Rio too. Cause Rio took in a lot of us, man. He took in CRB, us, Wanted, couple other groups, man, and then Rio even was a big staple in a lot of shows, man. He was doing the sound, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody wanted Rio sound. Quote me if I'm wrong on this, but if it was a show, we was fighting for Rio because we just knew Rio sound was gonna give us what we needed. And to this day, man, Rio, man, he stands high in the in the go-go area. And he'd take you back in history, man, back when he was with Chuck and all them, and you know what I'm saying? And another dope thing about Rio was that man was making his own sound systems, like literally from scratch. So it was like you coming in his studio and you also getting a history lesson, man. You just on how the speakers are being made and stuff like that, man. So yeah, I want to say, yeah, to go back to that, man, it was definitely Rio's when me and Stomp, you know what I'm saying, like connected.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's
So
up. So question for Stomp. So when this reunion happens, I'm saying you getting on? You doing? What's up?
Hey man, I will be honored. All day, baby. We can do this.
All right, let's see. Let's see if we can connect these dots and figure it out.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
yeah, let's see what's up. All right, so James Gilson sends the rest in peace to Drew. Yeah. So Drew, yeah, that's stunk. That's stunk. You know what I mean?
It
I
did,
will
man.
always see Drew for some reason in Bank of America. I don't know what's the deal, but yeah, definitely rest in peace to Drew.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
definitely missed for sure. For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Um, so let me ask you this. When it comes to your okay, yeah. when it comes to True Potential's very first show, right?
Mhm.
And you said that you've tried go-go in many different avenues and times and places and stuff. It just didn't click and didn't work. Tell us about the first time True Potential had a show.
Man, the first time we had a show, man, it was I want to say it was my church. That was our very first show. And I want to say it was like I think we put together like a fancy for Christ event, but it was also a type of we connected with I think it was the so they used to do something like how you know how churches do like how can I call it something like vacation Bible schools and stuff like that. And so they, at the time they were doing this thing. I think it's something called like the Archdiocese or something like that, and they had a section literally for the youth. And
Mm-hmm.
so Iggy at the time introduced it to the board and was like, yo, I think we got something different for the youth this year. You know what I'm saying? We would love for y'all to give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? Try, see what's going on. So even when they heard Gospel Go Go, they were like, what? And so needless to say, our pastor at the time, Father Moore, shout out to Father Moore, he definitely was a big supporter of, you know what I'm saying, what
Mm-hmm.
we did as well. I ain't even hold you, Father Moore supported us so much, he brought a keyboard for the band and everything, man, because he saw how in tuned I was with it and just the impact that it had. And I was showing videos like, yo, this what be going on, and this what I'm trying to bring to the church. And he was all for it. Father Moore was big for the youth and big for just bringing them in together. And everybody in the band knows about Father Moon. So, but again, we did it at the I think it was a gym that was behind the church. And we did it there, and it was the little fancy for Christ joint. And I ain't gonna lie, and that's where it comes to a point where as though learning the key, the important factors of um for go-go. And like I said, it starts with a sound system, starts with a great engineer, and you know the rest from there. So at the time we didn't really have much. I think we Iggy was able to find some type of somebody that had like a sound company, and we used them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it was dope, but at the same time it was just like this ain't what I'm looking for, you know what I'm saying? So it
Mm-hmm.
was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool, but I ain't gonna lie, it kind of downed me a little bit because I was just like, man, bro, this ain't the feel I was going for it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep pushing, we're gonna keep going. But then I want to
Uh-huh.
say one of my memorable shows is
Okay.
when we got on that River Life. And that was, man, that I think it was us, Wanted Band. We opened it up. Radical Praise. I want to say I think Mission was on that card and CRB. And honestly, I think later on that's the show you dished out to us. When you came out and heard us, I think that's the jump you was like, yo, this the one I want y'all on.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so yeah, and man, just to like actually get that experience, man, it was life changing, man. To be able to hear us in a way where as though the guys I'm listening to on YouTube and hear how it sounds like to actually hear myself back on the track, I'm like, yo, okay, woo, all right, this what I'm talking about right here. This is it. So it was, again, no shade to the very first show we did, but I want to say River of Life was like my that was it for me. And I think to even go a little further from there, kind of like when I started making some noises when shout out to Brent when CRB let me get on. And
Okay.
I know everybody knew the hook. I can take you back to it. The jump. I like to praise his name. I like to lift him high, crank it gospel, go go, yeah, homie, that's my style. You know what I'm saying? It was, came out with that, and it was just like it just started going from there, man. The recognition just it started elevating, man, and it was just like it felt good. It was a blessing to just be a part of a movement, man, that was just so dope in a way where I ain't gonna hold you, man. 3G, I'm sure a lot of people can attest to this, man. It saved me, bro. Because I mean, like again, I was young at the time and I was just trying to be a follower. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get into anything that made me cool. Like, I was a youngin'. I wasn't the popularest guy in high school or middle school. I was picked on a couple times. So when I found a lane for me or something that, you know what I'm saying, kind of like dang, made me felt like somehow it was like, oh, okay, yeah. And it was just like, and it was even more doper because, you know what I'm saying, we doing it for Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? We doing it to uplift the kingdom and just the impact that we had on people, man. It was phenomenal, bro. So yes,
That's
sir.
so. Let me ask you this: give me a funny moment
Funny
related to
moment.
Gospel Go Go. It can be practice. It can be on the road to a show. What you got?
All right, funny moment. All right, get out of this one, man. Shoot. Let me see. So before every show, man, I used to, man, I would have like these little fake, I mean, like little panic attacks. Like I just be overexcited, man. And it
Okay.
was, I want to say we was on the way to James Madison University, and
Mm,
it just seemed like everything was going wrong that day, man. I think we tried to rent a van to get us all down there. The van ended up flopping. Ariel's dad, Ariel has a big family, and Ariel, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to put your business out there, but she got a lot of brothers and sisters. So at the time, her dad had a 15 passenger van. So I'm like, yo, okay, bet. So Pops was willing to, you know what I'm saying, loan us a joint. And again, my mind, I was just so antsy that whole ride going down there. I'm like, yo, and then I know Ed got a call from the school. It was a college, James Madison University. And they was saying they was trying to ask about what all do they need to accommodate as far as our drums and keyboards and stuff like that. And at the time, we were kind of already like I was used to playing on go-go sound systems and stuff like that. So I'm just like, yo, like dang, man, like they ain't about to have the sound to get us right. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lee, I don't even want to go here no more. And like, I'm just so like, dang. And he was just like, yo, chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we get there, and we get in the joint, man, and we get in there, and the first thing I see, man, is the crowd, yo. And I was like, hey, I think I'm nervous, man. And he was like, yo, did all this. We here. Man, you better get your butt out there and do your thing. And I'm just like, nah, yeah, I don't know, man. This guy like, hey, this a big crowd, man. And I was like, I don't know about the sound and da-da-da-da-da. So he was like, no, I was like, man, you better get out there and do your thing. So I left it all behind me. I went out there and did my thing, man. After it was all said and done, man, I remember giving Iggy the biggest hug. I was like, yo, this was amazing, man. Like I had the time of my life, man. But again, like I said, I was just that whole, I know I was irritating to everybody that whole ride going down because everybody was like, yo, Neil, I'm about tired of hearing your mouth, bro. Like you keep talking about what's going wrong, bro. Like, geez, man, just be positive. So I was like, man, no, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, we better than this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I was feeling like I was him. Then I get to the joint and they open the door. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I can get up there, man. There's a lot of people up this joint. So that was definitely a humbling moment and a funny moment at the same time, man.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would definitely say that True Potential was my university band. If a university or a college hit me up, or contacted through Gospel Go Go 411, I was like, yeah, True Potential, can y'all do it? Right.
Yes, sir. And
So
I think James Madison reached out to y'all about us. If I'm not mistaken.
one of them schools,
Yeah, I think they did because I remember back in the day, Gospel Go Go had the you had the 4-in-1 jump, and you can go and click the band that you know what I'm saying you wanted to check out, and it was I think that's how they found us. To be honest,
I'm just gonna say, okay, cool.
yeah,
Hey,
I
man,
think that's how they found us.
you know. Um, so let me ask you this: what other colleges did y'all play at?
So I want to say James Madison University was the only college we played at.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the only one. Um, yeah, because we didn't play at any other colleges, man. But we've had opportunities to play in numerous amount of places. Like Reed Temple was a dope joint. Um,
They did a lot.
yeah, man. Pastor Price, man. Shout out to my guy, Pastor Price. He was a real good dude, man. And I want to say he heard the band the first time he heard us. He was like, "Yo!" After the show was over, he was like, "Yo, I want y'all to be the band for any youth thing that we throw." I'm like, "Okay, cool, bet." And he was a man of his word to that. Like any event that he threw for the youth, it was he was calling us like, "Yo, True Potential. I want y'all to Yeah, I want y'all here. I don't care what it is, what I gotta do. I want y'all here. He was getting sound system. We was getting fed, man. He really treated us like royalty, man. So that was a dope thing, man. And of course, we did a couple outside engagements. And also, man, I don't even know a lot of people knew this, but at the time, I led the merge band for a little while. Shout out to
Okay.
Jimmy, man. Jimmy gave me that opportunity. He reached out to me and was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I think two might have stepped down for a minute, or two had some stuff going on, and they was kind of like in and out on who they had on the joint. And so, you know what I'm saying, Jimmy reached out to me, and I did some stuff with the Merge band for a while. And that's honestly how Jordan and Elijah got in the band. Because you know what I'm saying, in the time of playing with the Merge band, um, Jordan had reached out to me and was like, "Yo, I've been a fan of True Potential. I would, what I'm saying, love to be on the mic, same with Elijah, playing keys and stuff like that." And then, what I'm saying, eventually from just being there and just coming up in that area, we played at a couple of well, it was the merge block parties at the time. I think we played at two of them, so that was a
Okay.
blessing in itself as well, man. So yeah, we've been a lot of places, man. But I want to say, James, to go back to the original question, James Madison University was the only college we played at.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Thomas, Dotson, Charlie put up Black Family Reunion. Y'all did a Black Family Reunion?
Yes. Oh yes, we did. We did. Hey Chop, I appreciate you. Chop was one. He was a member in the band for a while too. Funny story about Chop, man. I call him Chop. That's my folks. That's my dog. Um, he started out with me when I was trying to be Shagler, and he was gonna be my singer. And
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people could attest to this. But it was a video that was out when we first started, and I didn't take it off with I started the True Potential account on that same thing, and it was a video of me and Chop talking about how we was, because at the time it was top notch, and how we was the band, and come out check us out, stuff like that. So me and Chop is my dog. We go way back. So he was with me back when I was trying to be in the Saggler side of things. So what I'm saying. Then eventually it grew into him being on the mic. I think Chop ended out with us, to be honest. What I'm saying? I brought Chop in towards the end of, our journey. So yeah, but Black Friday Reunion, yes, that was another big platform we played at. That was downtown. Right on the monument or the National Mall or whatever. We weren't on the big stage, we was on the smaller stage, and we played at that. And matter of fact, no, Chop was in the band back then. So yeah, I brought Chop back towards the end of things. But yeah, Chop was in the band at an early stage too.
That's what's up.
Yep.
B Real says the jail. LOL. This sounds like this is
Yes.
a funny one.
Hey, see, that's why I'm glad I got him chimed in. We played at the Youth Detention Center as well. That was a
Okay.
dope experience too. Real dope experience.
Which one?
And the one in Jessup.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. We played at that joint. And it was dope, man. And we also played at a elementary school, man. Joan in the City, man. I can't remember offhand. But I think I had Lil Mike with us at the time. Lil Mike had filled in with us when we was down there. But it was an early event. It was early during the day. It was something they had did for a program. I guess for the students that were doing good or something like that. Because we had got connected with this. I can't remember off the hand what his name was, but it was a real dope cat, man, and he was involved with the youth. And I know he was the one that got us the gig at the youth detention center as well. That was a life changing experience, a very dope experience. Just to see how we impacted the kids there. And we couldn't really film that because they wouldn't allow, like, I guess cameras and stuff in there, and it was like we had to empty out our pockets when we went in that joint. We got the real life experience. We was locked in with some kids, man. So, and those are times I wish we would have captured when what I'm saying, we were playing, because True Potential, it definitely impacted, what I'm saying, in a great way, man. And a lot of people always told me, like, yo, y'all really live up to the name. So this is like, y'all got the potential to be great, or be greater than what you guys are right now. So it was, yeah, that playing at that youth detention was definitely a life changing experience, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you said that you did merge, right? So
Mhm.
for people that don't know, what is merge and why is it important?
So Merge, man, it's definitely a dope thing that they have going on, man. And I think right now it's called Off Script. But it was even back before Merge, I think it kind of was in tune with Remnant.
Yeah.
But it was a man, they brought young people together Friday nights. Man, you know, young people just worshiping Christ on a different level, man. Getting the gospel go-go experience, you know, from gospel rappers and stuff like that, man. And they were really just showing you how cool it could be, you know what I'm saying, being a Christian, being a believer, you know, doing some of the things that you may see, you know what I'm saying, on the outside world as far as rap and stuff like that, and how those things could be turned, you know, with gospel. You know what I'm saying? You could be a gospel trap rapper, you could be a gospel go-go, you know what I'm saying, musician, however. But just man, the amount of kids that used to attend them joints on Friday nights was just amazing, man. And the impact that it had, like I think a lot of kids used to look forward to Fridays at the merge, like you know what I'm saying, and it was crazy, man, just to see young people like worshiping God, like even, and sometimes it wouldn't even be bounce beat. Like I ain't gonna lie, like being, I had to get humbled real quick. I think by Net, at the time, because Net is like the creative director over there. And she kept telling me, she was like, Neil, you keep trying to rush into the bounce. You gotta kind of like, you know what I'm saying, usher in the people a little bit. And that's where I just came from. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying, I was used to that. You know, because back when we was playing, it was just like, all right, we throwing one worship song, but let's be real, everybody wasn't trying to stay in the worship too long because it would take up all your time because of the time that we had on stage. So it's like, all right, look, I'm trying to get to the crank. I want to give people what they, you know what I'm saying, what it is. And but you know, honestly, that taught me, man, to like really be sincere in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I tip my hat to Steph about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back when one it was on, like Steph, no matter like if how what the crowd might have looked like, and if they wanted, you know, that bounce, like if he felt the spirit was moving in the room, he gonna keep you right there for a minute. And it was just like, you know what I'm saying? And it was a humbling experience, you know, at the same token, but it also taught me to appreciate more of worship and how it ushers in, you know what I'm saying, just like the spirit, and you know it take things to a different level. So like when you got the young people in there, and it was just like, man, it was a place where young people could just can't come and just pour their all, man, like, you know, talk about different things, and you know you had different pastors that was coming in and speaking to the kids on a different level. And I think at the time when I was in it, it was light skin. I can't remember his name. Saved my life. But I think he's still involved in it. But he was sharing the story with the kids, and you know what I'm saying, how, you know, he came up and he had some time with the jail system and stuff like that. And it was just like, you know, it was people that, you know, look like me and you in that joint and went through similar, you know what I'm saying, things that you go through in life, and that were there to attest, like, yo, when I turn, you know, give your life to Christ, it's a different level, man. So it was definitely, man, and now to this day, man, I challenge anybody that's got young people, you know what I'm saying, take them up to off script, man, because they're doing a phenomenal thing over there. And you know what I'm saying, I know, like I said, it was merged, and now I think it's off script because I'm a member as I am myself. So yeah, man, it was definitely a dope thing.
That's what's up. So
Yes, sir.
Remnant and Off Script is a part of Zion Church, right? And Merge was a collaboration
Yep.
between Zion
First
Church
Baptist.
and First Baptist Church of Glenard.
Yep. I missed that
So,
part. Yep. I'm glad you said that.
so to give people a visual, right? Because you said there was so many kids that was coming out, right?
Mhm.
About how many kids can you estimate was in attendance?
Man. Okay, let me just put it this way. Sometimes them Jones will be at Glenarden, and I'm sure if people knew how big Glenarden Sanctuary was, the jump was flooded from the front to literally like the middle row. So I would say a good couple hundred. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely giving concert style in that joint. I ain't even gonna, I'm not, there's no exaggeration. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially back when I was attending, you know, even before I even got up on stage, and even when we when I was in there, they had took it. So sometimes it will be at First Baptist Glenard, and then sometimes it'll be at Zion's Landover campus. And I know when
Right.
I was on, it was at the Landover campus. And again, they used to move the chairs out the way. And you know what I'm saying? That whole sanctuary was just flooded with kids. So yeah, it was a good couple a good couple hundred in there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say closer to 500 plus
Yeah.
in
Yep.
there. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, yeah, that was a phenomenal time for young folk. And then
Yes.
too, uh Andre Crouch, right? That
Yeah.
played with
Man, he played for one and he was leading what was they called? PMB or I think Praise Movement. Yep.
yes.
Yep.
So he's now the youth pastor over there. So if you got young folk and you need to get them exposed to God and with somebody that's relatable,
hmm
send them over there.
That's the place to be.
Send them over there.
Place to
Or
be.
send them over to off script because they doing similar things over there too.
Nah, for
Yeah.
sure. Because I think
Yeah.
a lot of young people, man, when they come to church, man, they get confused with I'm sitting there in the sanctuary, and I'm sure we all could attest to this, man. I was scrolling on our phone, just waiting for the time to go by, or what, man. But off script was giving it, they was punching it to a whole nother level, man, to where as though they made it fun for young people to want to attend church, you know what I'm saying, and further, develop their relationship with Christ. So,
For sure. For sure. All right, real quick. This is what we about to do.
mhm.
We about to make an announcement here. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I gotta get this thing situated. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm about to make an announcement. All right. So, special announcement. Spirit of Praise. If you're hip, if you're aware to Praise 104, they do Spirit of Praise every year. This is a major concert with all kind of superstars. And guess what? This concert is going to have Yolanda Adams, J.J. Harrison, Sean Mitchell, and more. Plus, they're going to have gospel go-go too. They're going to have inspirational go-go with out-the-box experience. So if you know who TCB Tony is, you know who Out of the Box is, y'all want to get y'all tickets ASAP because this is going down Saturday, October the 11th at Reed Temple AME Church. Get your tickets, get your tickets, get your tickets. You don't want to miss it.
Sound like a good time.
Hey, anytime you got gospel go-go with all these superstar hitters,
Yes, sir.
you don't want to miss it. And then too, I got some information that there might be some special surprises that you don't want to miss. You might want to be there with your cell phone and capture it. I'm just saying. Hey,
Yeah, I think I might run and go grab me a ticket too.
you might want to pull up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So so now, let's get back to what we had going on here. Yeah. Because we got some more to talk about. All right, so let's see here. All right, so we've talked about Remnant. We talked about the early stages of True Potential. So now let's talk about um the transition with True Potential, right? Because there, I don't want to say it was an end, but you guys transition a little bit,
Yep.
right? So let's talk about that a little bit. Tell us the story behind that.
So basically, man, just to sum it all up, folks were growing, man. And when I say growing, I mean job wise. Back when we started True Potential, everybody was young. So, what I'm saying, people didn't have that much responsibility. We can pour, I'm sure everybody knew how much time and effort it took to be in a band, especially, once your band got to a certain level when you were gigging a lot and stuff like that. The practices, the recordings, all the time it took for that. So people had free time back then. So towards the end of things, folks was just kind of growing, man. Spiritually growing, in their jobs, families. I'm married with three beautiful girls right now. So it just the time, man, it was just like, couldn't put the time in like we wanted to anymore. And it was getting hard for, us to come together for rehearsals and, stuff of that nature. And again, people were at that time, man, you know, a lot of the musicians were starting to make names for themselves. So they were playing in different groups and stuff like that. And it just wasn't, again, man, me being a family man and other people having families, it started to collide with what we had going on. So, you know what I'm saying? It was a mutual agreement to just go ahead and just end the band. And like I told everybody, man, it was a pleasure playing with everyone. It was a heck of an opportunity. You know what I'm saying, to just be in a room with so many great people, so many great personalities. You know what I'm saying? But we all came to it and we was like, yo, it ain't working no more, yo. So we just, you know what I'm saying, we ended it there. And I want to say our last show was the Joy for Noise. No, our last big time joint was the joint we battled Joy for Noise. And
Hmm.
shout out to them, man, because that took me back to the Peculiar and I want to say who was it? Peculiar
Mission.
and yeah, submission battle. And I feel like that was reincarnated, man. Lil Zoe, them young dudes, man, they were driven, they came in the scene, man, and they didn't mind asking for help. They would reach out, a nail, or whoever they needed to talk to get to, you know what I'm saying? Because they came up. They shared with us that they was the youngest in the crowd that we was, you know what I'm saying, we was talking to, you know what I'm saying? So it was just dope to see. And when they hit me with the idea, it was like, yo, let's do an on shop and zon battle. I'm like, y'all serious? And so they was like, yeah, bro, let's battle. I want to battle y'all. I'm like, all right, man, let's get it. So, you know what I'm saying? That was an iconic show. I ain't gonna hold you, man. It was definitely I think Leno, you live streamed that day too, man. And just the the feedback we was getting.
Just so everybody know, I am the first person ever to live stream any type of go-go anywhere.
Nah,
Anywhere.
facts.
Anyway.
Facts.
Because
Facts.
that's well before COVID. That was, yeah. Anyway.
Yes,
But
sir.
anyway.
Facts.
Anyway.
Facts.
I'm done tooting my horn. Anyway.
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But nah, man, and it was an iconic moment, man, and it was just like, again, the chemistry, like, that the time I served with the band, man. And shout out to also, man, I didn't even say this in the beginning, but Doughboy, you know what I'm saying, Doughboy is a phenomenal engineer, man, and as well Deuce Nine too. Deuce Nine had a hand in on the gospel go side as well, but Doughboy and Deuce were your two main guys to go to. So, you know what I'm saying? And me and Doughboy, that's like a brother to me, man. You know what I'm saying? My kids call him Uncle Doe. You know what I'm saying? The relationship me and him, you know what I'm saying, we connected, man. It's just phenomenal, man. So it was dope having him even coming from the secular side, like, you know what I'm saying? He even told me, he was like, yo, bro, y'all, yeah, y'all it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for, just hearing him say that and coming on and riding with us for as long as he did towards the end, it was amazing, man. And it was just like, Doughboy was just, every show he did, he was present. No matter if he had something to do for TCB that night or whatever, he was there. So, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, man, it was phenomenal, man. And I want to say again, I wouldn't change it for the world. You know what I'm saying? Just the time that I served with these youngest, man. Just a group of people, man. But again, to go back to your initial question, it was just, man, everybody was just growing. You know what I'm saying? People were getting older and just growing in different areas in their life.
True. True. Well, we got a message from Doughboy
Uh oh.
from uh from Instagram, right?
Okay. Uh oh.
I can't pull over those comments over in here. The technical, hey, it is what it is, right? But he says the chemistry was crazy. So that goes back to what you said just now, right?
Yes, sir.
And he made this comment like 40 minutes ago. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But another comment from Instagram, Ace. Oh, I'm sorry, Aaron Ace Perry,
My
the
dog.
manager of Wanted Band, and he said, and he does a mean shape up too. Yeah, I can attest. He cut my hair a few times too.
Yeah, hey, nah, for sure.
Nell the artist, the barber.
Yes, sir. And,
Yeah,
and just to go with Delano was explaining, man, that's why my name is that on Instagram, Nail the Artist, because just to chime in on that for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Art, I feel like it has no filter, it has no cap. You know what I'm saying? There's different things that you could do as far as art. And I've been involved in different things as far as art. Music is a form of art. You know what I'm saying? Expressing yourself on a piece of paper and painting is a form of art. barber is a form of art. So that's why on Instagram my name is Nail the Artist instead of Nail the Barber. So you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of things underneath my belt, man. But hey, yes, shout out to my man Ace, man. I pulled up on him at the crib a couple times, lined him up, man.
That's what's up. All right, so
Yes,
let's
sir.
talk more about your artistic expressions, right? So, when did that start? How did that develop? Tell us more.
Man, so that developed honestly, man, back in let's say I really found my art glitch in high school, man, my freshman year. You know what I'm saying? I always was one with that. I had a creative mind, man, and my mom used to always tell me that. Like, you know, boy, you just don't know what to do with yourself sometimes. Like some of the stuff I used to do in the house, man, as far as like putting stuff together and making like little amusement parks in the room for me and my sister. It was just my mom always used to tell me, like, you got a creative mind. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's something that stuck with me. So I want to say my ninth grade year, I had an art teacher, Mr. Hoover, my man.
Mhm.
Um, he older cat used to push me a lot. And when I found out I was pretty good at art, it was he had put a canvas in the middle. I think it was like a flower or something like that, and I drew it. And I thought it was just average, but everybody in the class was slicing me like, "Yo, that joint looks sweet." And I'm like, man, this joint alright. And so he looked at it and was like, "Who drew this?" I'm like me. He was like, "Boy, you got some talent." And like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, the shade, all that, it's clean. So I'm like, "You think so?" He was like, "Yeah." And so from there, again, me trying to find myself. I'm like, "Oh, I bet there's another little something I can, something I can do." And just to even go forward, I went to Wise High School. So just to show y'all how my art talent really took me when I took it serious, I was able to design my class shirts for my class that year. And everybody that class of '09 wore my design on the t-shirt. And that's how far I took it with my art. And it was just like, you know what I'm saying? I put my mind to it and I just went at it. And then how I fell into barbering, funny story about this. Was a cat at my job. I was working in the government at the time, man, working for a cleaning company, working out for me. And dude used to always walk around with a beady head, man. And everybody used to joke on him and all that, talking about he looked dirty and everything like that. But he was just one of those guys, one of them guys that really didn't care how his hair looked. He was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's my hair, you
Bag.
know. Yeah. He was like, I'm getting the money, you know what I'm saying? I can care less about my hair. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't being into girls, nothing like that. He liked to play games and all that stuff like that. So one day I was just like, man, I got tired of people talking to him, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, I said, bro, if I buy a pair of clippers from Marshalls or something like that and line you up in the closet, be cool with that, bro? And he was like, yeah, I don't see why not. So I took him to the closet, cleaned him up. He left out. Everybody that was on the team was talking about it. Man, that cut look good, boy. Who did that? And I'm like, dang, that's like it's all right. You know what I'm saying? And he told everybody who it was. So at the time, of course, I had some haters too, like, oh, the fade could have been a little bit better, yada yada
Mhm.
yada.
Right.
So at the time, I remember telling my girlfriend at the time, who was now my wife, Courtney. Shout out to her. Shout out to my wife, man, because she's always pushing me in numerous amount of ways where she sees me shine or I'm lacking, man. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? That's who stays on me and who pushes me to be the father I am today, and just the person I helped me be the person I am today. So again, shout out to my wife, Courtney. But she told me, she was like, yo, she was doing hair at the time. So she was like, yo, you should try cutting hair. So I'm like, all right, let me see what's up. So I started taking a little more serious. And of course, dude at my job was my canvas. I would look at YouTube videos, and 2 weeks later, I'd be like, bro, I want to try a fade on you, bro. And he'd be like, all right, man, let's do it. So, started getting good over the course of time. Went to barbering school for a little bit.
Hmm.
The barbering school, I went to American Beauty Academy, the joint out Silver Spring. Ended up getting shut down due to some financial stuff or something like that. So I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was the end. I was like, all right, man, bump it. I ain't about to cut here no more. And I was still in the band at the time too. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just about to put my focus back on True Potential. And needless to say, Courtney, she was like, yo, like, why you giving up on it? Like you was just like getting good. Like you should keep going at it. So
Hmm.
I was like, all right, we'll see. So at the time, I want to say it was when we was having my first daughter, Kaden. And we had shared a house with her parents. I think we was engaged around this time. And her parents had let us do a little shopping in the basement. And I used to have like she would be doing hair, but I used to have people coming in that joint and I'd be cutting, and you know what I'm saying? And, I really ain't knew what I was doing. I was in that Bama's was taking a risk. I'd be like, hey, you coming through? I ain't the best, but I get you right, bro. And they come through and it started going on from there. I was posting a lot on Instagram and I got my first opportunity, my man Pee Wee the Barber, at a shop in Suitland. Joint was called Unique Looks at the time. Owned by the name Trina and
Mhm.
Tub. Shout out to them too, real good peoples. Um, Man, and it went up from there, bro. They gave me a chance, gave me an opportunity, and the rest was history. And so, you know what I'm saying? That's just pretty much how I panned it in with barbering, and from there it just took off. And of course, I already told y'all about music when it, you know what I'm saying, when that first started back in the beginning of the podcast. But yep, that's it.
That's
Somebody
what's
says
up.
BIL is the truth with the cuts.
Hey, that's legit. Hey,
Yes,
you know
sir.
how to work the clippers.
I
So, okay,
appreciate that.
are you still cutting?
Yeah, bro. So I am cutting. So funny story is I stopped posting, to be honest with you, because right now I got a shop in my garage in my house, but
Okay.
I'm kind of slowing down on it, man, because just kind of I'm at a point right now, man, in my life where I just enjoy my space being my space, and my
Mhm.
home is just where me and my family lay our heads at, and it's just like I don't know. I'm big on different energy and who you let come in your space, man. It's just like, what I'm saying? People could come in with a different spirit or whatever. And it's just like, I don't know. That's why I feel like when you're a barber, man, it's just, what I'm saying? The shop is the shop. You know what I'm saying? And when you come home, you need to leave the shop at the shop
At
and
home.
don't bring the
Yeah.
shop home. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm kind of like just slowing down with doing my business in my house. Like I turned my garage into a shop and all that stuff like that. But and my wife does hair in there as well. But it's just like now, man, I'm at a point where I'm just like, all right, man, I'm kind of over this. I cut my neighbors, and of course my clientele that's been rocking with me back in the shooting days that we still locked in with. Of course I do those guys. And the only reason, because I trust those guys. Them guys been rocking out with me since I've been in shooting. And when I moved from Suitland, when I went to Bowie, they was clients that, what I'm saying, just was with me. And some of them I developed real good friendships with. So, what I'm saying, that's pretty much it. So when I get back in the shop, I think that's when I'll start promoting myself again. But as of right now, I just been quiet about it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what else is going on with Nell?
Man, honestly, not a whole lot, man. Just average Joe, man. I'm just, what I'm saying, laying back, cool as a fan, just staying out the way, man. You know, again, enjoying being a dad, man. Three beautiful baby girls. And it's just, the journey is just a blessing, man. Just being their dad and, just watching them grow up, man. It's just been a blessing. My middle, she's in flag football. So, I've been her little coach and been pushing her with that. And then my oldest, it's just amazing to just see how she is just a spitting image of me, like with her creativity. That's my joker that get into everything, man. And it's just like I look back at her, I'm like, yo, this probably my mom was talking about when I was young. You know what I'm saying? And of course, my 1 year old, she coming up in the rank. But you know what I'm saying? Again, man, just enjoying being a father, man. I want to say fatherhood has definitely matured me in a phenomenal way, man. To just be able to raise up some what I'm saying, some little girls, to be women. It's just amazing, man. And of course, every man would have wanted a son, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Being a dad of three girls is it's a beautiful thing, man. So again, that's pretty much it, man. Just a family, man. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Out the way of family, man.
Hey, shout out to the family, man, the girl dad. Hey,
Yes, sir.
shout out, my guy. All right.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
let's get a couple more gospel go questions in real quick, right?
Okay.
So, what is your favorite gospel go song that is not True Potential?
Oh, that's easy, man. Want it bad.
Uh huh.
Worthy of the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb. That's an all-time hit, dog. Just the transition from the beginning to the end of that joint, and man, and again, man, shout out to Reggie, man. Rest in peace, Reggie, man. Reggie was a phenomenal musician, man, back there. With Steph, man, and Steph and Reggie's chemistry, and Squirrel too. Squirrel, phenomenal drummer. You know what I'm saying? And Charlie. I was even blessed with the chance of having Charlie getting on with you, playing with True Potential. I don't know if a lot of people knew that, but and it was humbling to hear. why Charlie wanted to come over to True Potential. To be honest, like, coming from, I'm like, dude, you and at the, people don't know this, but me and Charlie are best friends. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Best man at his wedding. You know, we talk in and out, day in, day in, out. He get on my nerves, I get on his nerves. You know what I'm saying? We like brothers as well. But man, just even that Charlie coming along, you know what I'm saying, just telling me like, yeah, bro, I know I'm coming from a big band, but I want to sow seed somewhere else and help, you know what I'm saying, somebody else grow. So, you know what I'm saying, that was a blessing to even have Charlie back there. Charlie and B-Rad was a mean combo. But again, back to the original question, because I'm getting drifted. Worthy is the land wanted band.
Okay. Um, let me pull this back up real quick. John Jackson, Mr. Gospel Go-Go on YouTube. Like, he has every single gospel go-go bounce beat song you can think of.
Hey, nah. Hey, and real quick, man, shout out to John, man. Because a lot of people I don't even know a lot of people knew this. John was True Potential's cameraman towards the end. So, like, every show I had, John was helping capture the moments, man. Like, Reed Temple, you know what I'm saying? John was there. And his videos was just outstanding, man. So, yes. Shout out to John, man.
Hey, I wish I had the foresight and the understanding that that young man had at that time.
Man, not for real.
Yo, shout out John, because
Yes, sir.
he has exposed gospel go-go to the world.
Oh, for sure.
Like, he probably got maybe 40 plus gospel go-go tracks on his YouTube channel, and they all have thousands of views.
Nato, that's why I'm going back to this, dog. I'm gonna say it again, bro. We need to do a show. We give people that experience back in the day, man. A reunion. I'm telling you, Pulse reunion, Plaza 23 reunion, something, dog. Like, it's gotta go down, man. It's gotta go down. Cause I think a lot of people that's coming on to the scene late, man, missed out on some of the things where, you know what I'm saying, people was looking forward to a gospel go-go show or looking forward to it every other Saturday at the, you know what I'm saying, the Pulse or whatever, man. So definitely, I think that need to happen, dog.
Hey, let's make this happen.
Yes, sir.
Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this, right? When you guys first played at a gospel go-go joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the reaction from the people at the time?
Oh man, to see people's faces, man, it was crazy, man. I think people was honestly blown away. I want to say even after that, after we got off stage, just the people that would come to you, man, and just shed light into you and just saying like, "Yo, I'm a fan. Like, I enjoy what y'all do. Like, y'all keep going." It definitely fueled the drive to just keep going hard, man. So, you know what I'm saying? It definitely was a life-changing experience. I ain't gonna lie, man. I like, be honest with you, I felt like a little celebrity after I got over. It was like, oh, all right, cool. This what it is. And you know what I'm saying? It was love, man, to be honest with you. It really wasn't no hate. Regardless if your band was a band coming up or, you know what I'm saying, it was a band that was at the top. You know, the love was just crazy, man. And you could just tell it was just bigger than people coming to just listen to the music. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the music was something that drew you in, but just the room, man, just the love that was filled in the room was just crazy, man. Like, I don't think I ever got a bad comment coming off the stage. Besides, hey man, we couldn't hear y'all, man. Or Neil, you was turned down too low, bro. I couldn't hear what you was saying.
True. Yeah, gospel go has impacted many people from all walks of life. And I really believe that, just like you said, a reunion is needed, but I think also a rebirth is needed.
Yes.
Gospel go has had cycles. You know, you get momentum, then people stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the one thing that has been consistent with band stopping, especially when you have teenagers playing music and ministering, is once life begins,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to maintain that momentum.
Definitely.
Right. So I think every band has went through that cycle. So
Most definitely.
maybe it's time for these new youngins to come in and do something new, right?
Sure.
But also, again, I want to give a salute back to like off script because they're still exposing go-go, right? Through the gospel, right? To young people.
Yep.
That's the only place. This gospel go-go is the only place that you can find young people listening to go-go right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're actually getting a live experience of it too.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that just go-go period needs gospel go-go.
Sure.
And then too, our region needs gospel go-go. Because just like we said, gospel go-go has impacted so many people from all different kind of walks of life, whether they're in a facility or if they're, in a church or wherever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gospel go-go has impacted a lot of folks. And I think it's time for that to come back around, you
Most
know?
definitely. Most definitely.
So, yeah. So let me ask you this then. So you said what your favorite song is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is your favorite gospel go-go band outside of True Potential Band?
Favorite outside of True Potential. Man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. It would have to be Wonder Band, man.
Okay.
Cause
Okay.
it was just the creativity back there, man, was crazy. Like, okay, can I give you a top two though?
Top two.
I would say, man, Wonder Band and CRB definitely. As far as creativity, man, definitely was out of this world, man, and just me being a fan and stepping outside of being a leader of my own band, it was just like them dudes blew me away. Just being on a card with them alone, you know what I'm saying? It was just I was excited because I knew the energy that that show was gonna bring, man. And you know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to Steph, shout out to Brent, because I've grown to gain connection with those cats, man, and even Ace, like you know what I'm saying. I don't even know if folks remember this, but Ace was locked in with us. You know what I'm saying? Ace was loving what we was doing, and I don't even know if people remember this, but Wonder Band was going to do a reunion a while back, and we was on the card, and you know what I'm saying? I was amped up to do it, and I can't remember when it was, but it was a minute ago, and
Mhm.
Wonder Band they were set to do a reunion, and we was on the car with him, man, and it was I was so amped, excited to do that joint. But I remember Ace had reached out to me and was like, "Yo, want you on the card?" So I don't know what happened, but you know what I'm saying, I guess like you said, over time people grew, and you know what I'm saying, you know, of areas in life and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to say their first original reunion that they was gonna do, True Potential was on that ticket with him. Quote me if I'm wrong, Ace, but yeah, it was gonna go down in a good way, man. But yeah, between those two, man, it was yeah. And I want to say older band was Vertical all the time, man. Two, that's my dog, man. You know what I'm saying? Two, man, and let me give you this. The one that band in CRB back in the day, before one that band
Mhm.
in CRB, I would say it was Peculiar People and Vertical to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My man Dre, Dre used to do his thing as well, man. And honestly, if you listen to a lot of True Potential songs, man, I've taken key notes from two, Dre. I gotta give y'all flowers, man. I feel like a lot of people don't do this because you know what I'm saying. Gotta put that pride aside, man. But Dre, Two, Steph, Brent, all of them, man, they kind of like helped me mold into the creative person I became on the mic. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Even man, shout out to Wayne too, young. Wayne got a very unique style with him as well, man. I want to say I think a lot of people used to say this, man. Wayne and them was the ABM of gospel go-go. Cause man, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, man, there were certain places that certain bands were good for. And I feel like Wayne and them were more so the better team to attack the streets, to really meet, you know what I'm saying, youngins in the street where they were. Because Wayne was giving it to you cutthroat, giving it to you raw, you know what I'm saying, how it is, you know what I'm saying? So they were truly the ABM of Gospel Go-Go, man. So, but yeah, man, just got to get the flowers to all the pioneers, man.
True that. True that. True that. Hey, I think that this was an epic conversation. for Gospel Go-Go.
For
We
sure.
appreciate you, my guy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
And
you, bro.
yeah, let me make some more little announcements real quick.
Okay.
I think we're gonna call it a night. What you think?
Hey man, it's been a heck of a time, man. I definitely enjoyed myself, man. So yeah, we could call it spade for a spade. It's a night.
True that. All right, so hold on, stick with me, and
Okay.
let's make some more of these little announcements real quick.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so coming up September the 23rd, that's going to be Big P, lead talker from Exodus Band and God's Blend, coming in to have good conversation with us. All right, so y'all get ready. So I know he got some good stories to tell. All right,
Yes,
so let's go ahead and talk through this one more time. All right, so Out of the Box experience will be at Spirit of Praise on on Saturday, October the 11th. That's going to be also featuring Yolanda Adams, JJ Harrison, Rashawn Mitchell, and more. So Gospel Go-Go will be full represented for Praise 104.1's Spirit of Praise. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. You can visit praisedc.com for more details. All right? Y'all take it easy. And yeah, again, we appreciate Nell for coming through.
Hey man, appreciate you, man.
Hey, for sure. We know how we do, baby.
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah, we thank everybody. And
Yeah.
yeah, we be right back at y'all real soon. So next Tuesday, Big P from Exodus Band and God's Blend. We're going down memory lane. We're talking about Gospel Go-Go. We appreciate everybody for coming through. Don't forget that you can find Gospel Go-Go. You can find Gospel Go-Go music 24/7. And that's going to be it's going to be a link in the description below, right? So also, yeah, we catch y'all back every Tuesday. We appreciate y'all. Good night.
Yes, sir.